Stepping away from the tech side of things, today we're going to be performing some magic to see if we can turn a box into a chair. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Hope you've been keeping well. For all the returning visitors, as well as if you're new, welcome to the channel, and I do hope you enjoy this review. What are we reviewing today? It is the Noblechairs Black Gaming Chair, and this was sent to me by EveTech, so thank you so much to EveTech for sending this to me, and further, thank you for sending it for the time period that you have, because that is important. If I'd reviewed this in the first week that I'd received it, I would have not given it as good of a review as I am going to today, because in the first week it was honestly like sitting on a pile of bricks. When you sat down for the first time, it was like, ooh, what did I just sit on? But that's because one has to get used to adjusting from one chair to another, and further, sometimes you do have to give a little bit of wear into that chair and your body does have to adjust. So I've been using this for a better part of a month now, and I can say the experience has completely changed my perspective. So because this is a chair and not something technical like a laptop, we are going to be focusing on A, the materials, B, the design, and then any little hidden gadgets or features that this chair may have. So as is normal, let's look at this unit a little bit closer. Okay guys, materials, and let's start off with the frame. So from top to base, pretty much the entire thing except for the actual base or the spider base is made from steel. It is a steel frame. So the first thing that you should be thinking or are thinking is that this can take high weight, which it can. It takes 330 pounds for those who speak in imperial and 160 kilograms for those who speak in metric, so very nice high weight capacity. Next is what is called cold foam, which is for your backrest as well as the actual seat, and this cold foam is just high density foam. So this is why I said it took a lot of getting used to, because it's so high density. It actually takes a week or 2 weeks or even 3 for your body to start molding, and this is not the foam softening too much, it's just that your body's starting to mold to it, and it actually becomes super comfortable over a couple of weeks. But what is really notable about that is because it's so high density, you know that you're sitting on something that is going to last. Next, and quite funny, because yes, I've had a couple of chuckles on this myself, but it's called PU leather. PU, Papa Uniform Leather. So this is imitation leather, and I prefer this, and let me explain why. This type of leather, and this specific leather was developed and manufactured, I believe, in Germany, has micropores. And even on the chair, you can see that there are porous type effects on this chair as well. So what this does is it allows it to breathe. Now, if anybody sat in a car on a hot day that has leather seats would know that it is extremely uncomfortable. Why? Because leather is tanned and there's also coating on leather. So there's no give with regards to the leather. There's no breathing space. So with these micropores, as well as these pores themselves, it creates the ability to breathe. So you are going to be able to sit on this chair for long periods of time. I have multiple lights and monitors and computers that are going constantly, and it really heats up this room, but at no point was I struggling with heat on my back especially. Now the base is different from the steel frame. The base is made from aluminium, and I don't know why, but I can only imagine that to be something that lightened the weight of the chair itself. Now the armrests are made out of polyurethane, and I'll show you this a little bit closer up, but if you start to push on that, you can see that it's got a little bit of give. So when you are resting your arms on there, it's not like it's resting on solid plastic. It does have a level of comfort, especially if you're one of those who like to lift the armrest so that you can lift and rest your arm on while you're busy gaming. The casters or the wheels are made out of polyurethane as well as have a nylon coating on. So if you're not on carpet, if you are on kind of a hard floor surface, it does have a nice smooth gliding effect without creating too much of a noise disturbance while you're moving in the gaming chair. Last but not least is the headrest support pillow, as well as the lumbar support pillow, as well as the sides, and they're made out of a velour. So velour is almost like an imitation of velvet or suede, but it does have a nice feel to it, so you will get that nice feel without having to pay the price of suede or velvet. So let's talk about design. Now, I'm going to start off by saying that this chair is a monster. I'm 188 centimeters. This is just underneath 140 centimeters tall. But it's not just tall, it is also wide. So it is bigger than your average gaming chair, but it doesn't lose out on the effects that make a gaming chair because you're still getting that nice hugging from the side. So if you do like a big gaming chair, this is definitely something to consider. Next, we have a different type of lumbar support. So you'll see that there's a knob on the side of the chair in which if you start to adjust that, it actually pushes the chair forward and straightens your back. So this chair does have the ability to correct posture or at least adjust for different posture requirements. The armrests are true 360-degree armrest. We have the ability to lift them both up and down. We have the ability to swivel them from in to out. We have the ability to push them forwards as well as backwards, and also we have the ability to pan it from middle to right. So if you do rely on your armrest to affect your mouse positioning, this is really, really cool. Lastly, on the design features is all the adjustments. So at the bottom on the right hand side, we have got our lift. So that is powered by a gas cylinder. So if we're sitting down in it and we lift it up, the chair will lower. If we stand and we lift it, the chair will heighten. On the left, we've got our rocker lock. So if you do like rocking on your chair, you'd obviously leave that open. If you don't like rocking on your chair, you would lock that, and then the chair would lock into position and wouldn't do this. Then on the right hand side, we have got our backrest support lever that lowers the backrest. It doesn't go a full 180 degrees. I would imagine it being about a 90 to 110 degrees. So not fully back, but not that you're needing 180 degrees in the first place. Talking about the design overall, this chair is really awesome and sturdy and strong. The one thing that I didn't like about it is the fact that I did not know what to do with the lumbar support pillow, because there is no through holes here to be able to adjust that up and down. So you kind of have to get it into place and almost push back on it. So if somebody does know, I have tried every method, and I've even tried to see if there are different pictures, but it seems like the best way to do it is to actually just latch them from the sides and heighten. But apart from that, that was the only issue that I found. Aside from the side lever, I found was a slight bit less solid than it should be, but you're not going to be using that very much. Overall, this chair is sturdy. When you sit in it, you know that you're sitting on something strong and that you are supported. There's not much play, if at all any play on it. So it is definitely, when you sit down in this for after a month, you know that you're sitting on something really, really solid. Okay guys, time to conclude, and it's a simple conclusion this time. This chair retails for $530 in South Africa, 7,300 Rand at eTech. Now, do I believe that the price validates? It's very difficult to say because so much work goes into these chairs. However, what I can say is that I have reviewed chairs that are cheaper than this that felt the same on support. However, in those same price ranges, I've had chairs that have absolutely abysmal quality. This chair is solid, and I do feel that if you are looking for something premium, that it is worth the extra that you are paying, especially if you're looking for a chair that is going to last long and does have that nice big surface area that is going to suit all of your requirements. I really hope you enjoyed this review, and please, I'm sure there should be a lot of questions. I hope there are a lot of questions on this chair. Please reach out to me in the comments below, and I will get back to all the questions that you might have. Guys, thank you so much. Have an awesome time wherever you are. Cheers and goodbye.